Okay.
Rimika, we are live now. We can start.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. This is Rimika, and on behalf of our Optum team, I would like to welcome you all. Starting with short intro of our program, which is being conducted by Optum team, where we discuss and interact about optometry-related topics. Today, we have Mr. Salal Muhammad, who is going to talk about recent advancement and new researches in contact lens. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce Mr. Salal among all. He is a third-year B.Optom student of Uttar Pradesh University of Medical Sciences. He was also awarded the runner-up in IVI Young Optometry Researcher Rolling Trophy 2020. So, on behalf of our Optom team, I welcome you. Over to you.
Thank you, Rimika. Everyone, good evening. This is Salal Muhammad from Uttar Pradesh University of Medical Science. Today, I am here to present my presentation on the topic of recent advancement and new researches in contact lens. So that I would like to present my presentation. So that first of all, here is my content of PPT. So first of all, I will discuss about the brief history, and the next one is the recent advancement and new researches in contact lens. Next one is the contact lens in future. What is the future of the contact lens? So that now I will discuss about the brief history of the contact lens. So that as we know, history of the contact lens. So that 1508 Leonardo da Vinci illustrated the concept of contact lens, and after that 1823 John Herschel conceptualized the practical lens design, and John Herschel also invented the concept of cosmetic contact lenses, and he is the father of the contact lens. And next one is the 1887 first contact lens manufactured and fitted to cover the entire eye. And 1939 contact lenses made from material. 1948 plastic contact lenses cover the eye only, and soft lenses used in 1971, and the GP contact lenses introduced in 1978. After that, FDA approval of new soft contact lenses for extended wear in 1981, and in 1986 overnight wear of GP contact lenses becomes available in the market. And in 1987 introduction of disposable soft contact lenses, and in 1987 also a GP contact lens available in next generation fluorosilicone acrylic. And one day disposable soft contact lenses introduced in 1996, and 2002 silicone hydrogel contact lenses first market, and orthoketology are also approved by the FDA, but orthoketology introduced in 1960. And 2000 custom manufactured silicone hydrogel lenses become. So some advancement in the Cooper contact lens, and next one is the orthoketology lenses. Beyond that, many advancement also here, and the next one is the contact lens material advancement and advancement in contact lens design, contact lens solution advancement, and the contact lens in future. First is I will discuss about the antimicrobial coating. What is the antimicrobial coating? Before the antimicrobial coating, contact lens can act as a vector for microorganisms, and improper lens handling greatly increases the lens contamination. Coagulase negative staphylococci are most commonly cultured from wall lenses, so that it's developing the microbial keratitis. And contaminated lens solution also a risk factor for the contact lens wearer. So these the difficulties before the antimicrobial coating helps to protect the lens surface itself from bacteria without the use of disinfectant solution. And the University of New South Wales is developing a coating for contact lenses made of a material called melamine. Melamine is a material for the antimicrobial coating, and melamine also having different type of material. It is a peptide that remains effective when applied to contact lenses and worn in your eyes. Antimicrobial coating is safe and remain stable when exposed to heat and liquid. And the melamine is non-toxic to the mammals. So it is the most important thing of the antimicrobial coating. Melamine is a synthetic peptide consisting of 29 amino acids residues derived from melittin and protamine. Protamine I will discuss later. It is also help in advancement. Melamine has high activity, which exceeds that of a mixture of two parents. I will discuss earlier studies have shown that contact lenses means antimicrobial coating contact lenses can reduce Pseudomonas aeruginosa adhesion to the contact lenses. And some studies also showed the reduction of incidence and severity of non-infectious keratitis in a Guinea pig model. Guinea pig model also developed by the UK, and it's also helping the antimicrobial coating project. And melamine is not cytotoxic to a mammalian cells in vitro or meat inside or animals' eyes and can be worn safely by the humans. So here the diagram of the antimicrobial coatings means antimicrobial coating having many properties to reduce many risk factors to the contact lens bearers. First is the broad spectrum microbial effect, and second properties, and third one is the no or low cytotoxic biocompatibility. Biocompatibility, as we know all, biocompatibility is most important properties of the contact lens for the human. And the next one is the long-term effectivity and controlled release kinetics and low risk of developing antimicrobial resistance. Next topic is myopia control researches. FDA approval few contact lenses for the myopia control, MiSight, CooperVision, and the next one is the beyond that many type of contact lenses. Before that, multifocal contact lenses and some myotic cycloplasics or help in the myopia control, but I will not discuss here. So as we know, prevalence of myopia, global prevalence of myopia. So here is showing the Holden et al. By the Holden et al. Global myopia trends to 2000 to 2050. And by the 2050, whole population of the world, 50% of the population having myopia by the 2050. So Holden et al. Included data from 145 studies covering 2.1 million participants in the whole world. They estimated 1406 million people with myopia, means 22.9% of the world population, and 163 million people with high myopia, 2.7% of the world population in 2000. They predict by 2050 there will be 58 million people with myopia, means 49.8, approximately 50% of the world population, and 938 million people with high myopia, means 9.8% of the world population. So that by 2050, 50% of the global population is predicted to be myopic by the Holden et al. So first one is the MiSight contact lenses by the CooperVision to control the myopia, and so that the FDA approval of MiSight was based on data obtained from a prospective clinical trials at 4 clinical sites and real-world evidences. And the safety and effectiveness of MySight was studied in a 3 years research controlled trials of 135 children ages 8 to 12 at the start of treatment who used MySight or conventional soft contact lenses. But in the conventional soft contact lenses, not reduce or not help in the myopia control, so that MySights introduced. The trial show that for the full 3 year period, the progression of myopia in those wearing MySight lenses was less than those wearing by the conventional soft contact lenses. So, in addition, subjects who used MySight had less change in the axial length of the eyeball, uh, comparing with the conventional soft contact lens wearer. Next one is the orthokeratology lenses. First, uh, we should to know what is the orthokeratology. Orthokeratology term, what is the indicates? So that orthokeratology is the process of temporarily reshaping the cornea to correct myopia up to 5 diopters and astigmatism up to 1.5 diopters. To achieve this corneal reshaping, a precise lens device is used to gently mold the corneal epithelium for the fluid dynamics of the tear layer under the lenses. After a period of adaptation, the cornea shapes reduction throughout the patient's waking hours. Completely reversible, and the cornea will return to its original shape upon the discontinuation of the orthokeratology original shape. And then what are the orthokeratology lenses? Orthokeratology lenses are sophisticated reverse geometry designed with state-of-the-art fabrication. So as we know, a practitioner will take a patient's baseline ocular measurement and correct the design that will gently reshape the corneal epithelium. And over the course of approximately 2 weeks, the cornea will reshape during overnight wear due to the compression and redistribution of the cells with pressure from fluid dynamics. And the orthokeratology lenses will change the corneal shape, so that we must to know about the how corneal shape change by the with the orthokeratology lenses. So here the corneal shape changes means orthokeratology lenses work by exerting hydraulic forces between the back surface of the orthokeratology lenses and anterior surface of the cornea, means causing a gradual compression and redistribution of tear fluids under the lens from the center towards the periphery of the cornea. So the central corneal epithelium becomes thinner as a result of positive pressure, means when positive pressure build on the epithelium, it becomes thinner and under a flat central curve of the lens, while the mid periphery becomes thicker due to negative pressure. Means negative pressure pulls the cornea and positive pressure pushes the cornea, yeah, or corneal epithelium. So created by the pressure created by the annular tear pool under a steeper curve called reverse curve of the orthokeratology lenses. So this change in the distribution of the epithelial cell creates a new refractive surfaces for the cornea and the myopic refraction. So here is the showing diagram, means before orthokeratology treatment, here is the normal cornea, means corneal shape not change. After orthokeratology treatment, here is the cornea will having becomes reshapes of the cornea. So that here is the alignment curve, means peripheral curve of the contact lenses, means here is the negative pressure having the, here is the alignment curve having positive pressure, but the reverse curve having negative pressure pulls the corneal epithelium. After pulling the corneal epithelium becomes thicker, and the base curve is the central portion of the orthokeratology lenses. Here is the having positive pressure. Positive pressure pushes the corneal epithelium. Corneal epithelium pushes so that corneal epithelium becomes thinner. Here the also reverse curve and alignment curve. lens mechanics of the orthokeratology lenses design having 5 curved rotational symmetrical lenses. Shaping the cornea means having different type of pressure and different designs, so that the orthoke lenses is the following curves. First one is the base curve, and then second one is the reverse curve, third one is the alignment curve first, and alignment curve second, by the different types of company, and the next one is the last one is the peripheral curve. Here is the orthokeratology lens mechanics, the peripheral curve, and the curve first center portion days means this curve and he reverse curve. It seems type of uh, different type design, and so that having mm and alignment curve first, having 0.7 mm, and alignment curve with second having 5 mm, and the vector zone radius having 6.2, and the reverse curve having 0.5 mm also. So here is the base curve of the orthokeratology lenses. So
Slowly, your network that strength is so much low. It's that breaking sound is coming there.
reverse curve with
Sir, you are not audible.
am I hello?
Hello, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah, now you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. So reverse curve of the orthokeratology lenses. Reverse curve negative after it pushes the corneal epithelium. Corneal epithelium pushes the corneal epithelium, so corneal epithelium becomes thicker. And next one is the alignment, also steep in the base curve, so that it's heavy positive pressure, so it also creates the pressure, so corneal epithelium becomes thinner. And while second alignment easily for the comfort and movement along with deer and daddy 6 chance. Archaeology lenses, ideal candidates are chosen by the optometrist and many eye care practitioners, so that one of the most important steps for the success with orthocal lenses or other lenses also is selecting the right candidates for the treatment, so that ideal candidates are the moderate myopes with myopia between -1 diopter to -5 diopters, and a patient with astigmatism less than -1.5 diopters with the rule astigmatism, or -0.75 diopters against the rule astigmatism. And ideal candidates that having patients centricity values of 0.3 to 0.7 patients with flat keratometry readings between 0.44 mm means 40 diopter and 7.3 mm means 46 diopter of the keratometer reading. Some contraindication for the orthokeratometry lenses, not for the orthokeratometry lenses is contraindicated to other lenses also, so that active corneal infection means acute subacute inflammation and of anterior chain disease, injury, any abnormalities affecting the cornea, conjunctiva or eyelids, and severe dry eyes is also important, corneal hypoesthesia, and any condition exacerbated by the contact lens wear, allergy to any ingredient in lens solution, and IOP outside of the normal lens means glaucomatous patient also contraindicated for the contact lenses. Contact lens, orthogonal contact lenses, initial examination should be needed, so that for the initial examination some instrumentation needed. First one is the keratometer for the reading, corneal topographer for the screening and baseline records, and phoropter or auto refractor for the refraction. Slit lamp with the yellow retent filter recommended uh, uh, for the lens fitting assessment. And be sure to capture the following: HBID, horizontal visible iris diameter, pupil size in dim light, and dry eye data. For lens ordering, uh, thanks to power of 3 factors fitting, all you need to provide to your ortho-K consultant or the follow parameter. Means are the prescription of the power for the orthopathology lenses and keratometry readings and horizontal visual iris diameter.
You're not audible.
Sir, your sound is not audible. Am I audible to you, sir? Sir, am I audible to you? There seems to be some technical glitch, so I request everyone to wait for a few minutes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Okay, so sorry for disturbance. Okay, thank you. So recent advancement in contact material. These lenses come with the technical name such as glyphilicon, cinephilicon, comphilicon, anphilicon, and lotrafilicon. And some also the some material. Silicon is the name of the group of flexible plastic-like material that contain silicon, carbon, and chemical, in which silicon is very common material. So for improving compatibility by incorporating into lens material. So it is the recent advancement. HPG. HPG means hydroxypropyl guar. HPG incorporating into hydrogel and con hydrogel lenses material significant. The contact angle means high water flexibility, and the models is also. So all the material tested with higher concentration of the HPG, significantly lowering contact angles. And the incorporation of this agent transparency. So HPG is the important material for the contact lens. And here is the contact lens design. Contact lens design. Here is the in market at now. First is the fish-inspired multifocal contact lens design. Fish-inspired, it having the solar cell, and it's being here is the central portion tunable liquid lens, and here is the electronics, and here is conductive interconnection, and there is this. So it is not in the market at now, but it is also in future present in the market. Some advancement in the contact lens solution. First is the protamine. Protamines also help in the antimicrobial coating with the melittin in melamine. So protamine is a choice of new types of disinfectant solution for the contact lens, and protamine having many properties, so that other types of disinfectant cause contact lens related problems, but protamine protects the contact lens from microbes as well as contact lens related problems. Some is irritation, allergy, and some different types of problems also reduced by the protamine. So that protamine is important material for the contact lens solution. So now I will discuss about the contact lens in future. Contact lens in future, many modern, many freedom have that first is type electricity, measuring the diabetes, measuring and corneal topographic detection. In the measuring of intraocular pressure, diabetes, corneal topography, and next is the augmented means image capture and display devices inbuilt in the contact lenses, and low vision. Low vision contact lenses for the low vision advancement means micro telescope mounted in the contact lenses, and radiation protection. Radiation protection means protection from the dangerous wavelength of light, means ultraviolet, infrared, and other types of harmful radiation. And infrared vision means with this type of contact lens be able to see in dark. And ionic contact lens more said bionic contact lenses will improve 3x better than 6x vision or 20/20. And future in contact lens will be full of the light detector system, means light detect with the help of contact lens, and X-ray and night vision. For the night vision, contact lenses and X-ray system also in future. Calorie counter, calorie counter also important factors for the contact lens wearer health, and also normal person have for the calorie counter, means how many calorie he consumed and what is needed. So the next one is the binocular vision. The binocular vision is normal in future. So some sensor in navigation, and language translator. For having personal assistant for the language so many for the language translator. So contact lens in future also having the language translator, means English to Hindi to many types of the type. With this lens having important type of features, so it's showing the visual uh, what we will see, and in the devices. So that here's, and thank you so much for Optum team for giving me such an amazing opportunity to present my presentation and show these skills. And thanks so much. Here is the question and answer session.
That was a nice
So
presentation, and
thank
I'm
you,
sure
Rimika.
our audience have also enjoyed it. We have not received questions yet. We will wait few minutes for the question. Until then, I request you to share your experience on today's session.
Okay, thank you, Rimika. So I am a third year student, so I have not more about that research, but I has many research done in my practice, so that in the contact lens practice we will also important things for the initial examination, and means examination starting with the history examination for the contact lens is most important things, means orthocontact lenses or other contact lenses also important parameters, so that it is important for the arms and important for the contact lens wearers. So thank you so much, Rimika. And
Thank you for your kind words. We are done with the session now, and on behalf of our Optum team and our audience, I'd like to thank you for giving us your time and knowledge. And I'd like to thank audience too for being with us till the end of the session. This brings us to the end of the session. So for the further updates, stay tuned with us. Thank you.
and